Andrea.
Hi, Anna.
Hey, welcome to our third CARECast. Can you believe it's actually been three? Number three. Three is the magic number. Yes, indeed. It's the magic number.
So happy to be here again in Northern Michigan.
Yeah, but the weather is probably very, very nice. And at some point, we're going to be in the office.
Someday.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm slowly making the migration from yoga pants to pants that look like they have zippers and belts when they actually don't. But it's a slow process, one step at a time.
Yeah, you can't go all in with full buttons and
no, the muscles react. Yes, no. So welcome everyone to our CARECast. I'm Anna Lassiter. I'm a board member of the Catalina Charitable Foundation. I'm the care team liaison.
And I'm Andrea Fryer. I am your co-host and another member of the Catalina team.
Which we're so happy to have you. Welcome everyone to our CARECast, where we ask you to tune in, participate, and donate. Tune in, find out what's going on, find out all the organizations that we're supporting, participate, hopefully on live. This is a pre-recorded, we did this a little bit of a magic here. This is a pre-recorded CARECast, but hopefully you can participate in terms of participating with us on the CARECast, as well as participating in different types of events or organizations that we're highlighting. And then donate your time, donate your money, donate any kind of goods or anything, depending on who we have highlighted that this particular CARECast or any time really. So welcome, and we're happy to have everyone here. The CARE team is a part of the Catalina Charitable Foundation. It's a 501c3 that was developed by our founders of Catalina. It's a separate organization, and we empower the employees of Catalina to try to drive these foundations, as well as highlight and participate those organizations that the employees have passion about or are interested in.
Absolutely. And we have a great guest today, don't we?
We do. We have a guest today. And actually, we've been working with CASA in St. Pete, which is where our corporate headquarters are. St. Pete, Florida. Just got to make that distinction. St. Pete, Florida, they have we've had a lot of events with them. We've had a lot of donations with them. We have one of our employees is very active on their board. So without further ado, let's introduce Janel.
Hello.
Hi,
Thank you guys. Hi. Thanks so much for having me here today.
Oh, no, thanks for coming on. Tell us a little bit about CASA for those of us who don't know what CASA is and what it advocates for.
So CASA stands for Community Action Stops Abuse. And so we are located here in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida, but we do serve all of Pinellas County. And if you don't know, Pinellas County is a very big county. So we serve all of Pinellas. Anybody's welcome to use our services. Even anybody who's outside of Pinellas County is welcome to call and use us. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are a certified domestic violence organization. And when we mean certified is that's through the Florida Department of Children and Families. So we are certified through DCF. We have a lot of services that we offer people. We do have a 24-hour shelter. This is an emergency shelter. If home is not safe for somebody, they can go there. We do have non-residential programs. So if somebody doesn't necessarily need an emergency shelter, but say they need other services, we do have all types of things that we can partner with in our community, so that way they can get the appropriate services for them. We do have a 24-hour hotline, so anybody's welcome to call this hotline. So a lot of people think that this is just for survivors, but we have people who are just friends or family members. Maybe they're not sure how to handle a situation. They could be service providers. They can be doctors. Anybody who needs advice on domestic violence, our advocates are standing by ready to help. We also have support groups that we offer for our survivors. We also offer corporate and community training, which is what I do for CASA. We believe that prevention is the key to stopping domestic violence. And we also have a wonderful Peacemakers program that goes into our Pinellas County schools, K through 12, and they teach healthy relationships and peacemaking.
That's cool.
So Janel, there's been a lot out in the news, I guess, and some reports that I've read with COVID and the increase in domestic violence. Can you talk about that? Are you seeing an increase, and what can our employees and the organization and community do to help?
Absolutely. Our hotline did see a drastic increase in phone calls. A lot of DV organizations across the nation are still trying to get those exact numbers out, because that's the thing. If nobody reports it, we're not going to be sure exactly the numbers. But hopefully they're going to have a better percentage of it. But DV centers across the nation have seen an uptick. And the thing is home isn't a safe place for everybody. And if you don't have if you didn't have school, somewhere to go to get you out of that situation, a lot of people were trapped with their abusers, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. So if people want to help, what does CASA need? Does it need money? How much money? Does it need volunteers? Does it need services? I mean, everyone needs money, right?
Right.
What are the goals? What is the biggest, I guess, drive is our biggest need from a CASA perspective, and how can folks really contribute and get involved? Where should they go?
Absolutely. So if you go to casapinellas.org, there's multiple facets to get involved. So of course, as a 501c3 nonprofit organization, money is always the biggest driver, because that way we can disseminate it across all of the programs that we offer to people. We do offer in-kind donations. So we do have an Amazon wish list. If people are willing to donate things, you can go on Amazon, or you can actually purchase those items in person and bring them to our location here in St. Petersburg. And then, of course, we have a thrift store, which a lot of people like to go to. And anytime people bring anything to our thrift store, all of that money goes straight back into our programs.
Where is your thrift store?
It's located at 1011 First Avenue.
So people could just, I know, we all love the thrift. So is people could just go to the thrift store and provide donations?
People can provide donations. If you shop and purchase items from there, all of that money goes straight back into our programs.
Mm-hmm. So I know that there's a couple of events. Can you tell us any more about these future events that you guys may be planning that are
sure
get involved with?
On casapinellas.org, again, there's under the news and events tab, and you're going to see lots of events popping up. Obviously, with things kind of happening with COVID and people getting vaccinated and all of that stuff, and everything's reopening, we're going to be back in person. One of our first in-person events is actually going to be Make Safety Possible. And this is going to focus on pets in our community, because unfortunately, pets are the silent victims of domestic violence. So we're going to try to bring an awareness to the animals and also provide some sort of donation to our kenneling system that we have here. And we also have a bunch of webinars that we're going to be doing. And this is, again, to provide information to our community.
So the webinars are just about information about CASA, or is it for survivors, or is it information about where to get help?
It covers multiple things. So our next webinar that we have coming up in July is actually just a domestic violence 101. And you'll see that you have to register. So you'll see that on our event page. And so it's providing a basic understanding of domestic violence. We provide a how to be a better bystander training. We're also going to be providing a domestic violence and pets webinar. And we're also going to be talking about domestic violence and mental health. There's a big intersection between mental health and domestic violence. So we cover all types of topics, not just domestic violence 101.
Well, Janel, we certainly appreciate you coming on the show. And I know this is kind of a very difficult subject for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Something that's very silent in some families. And we appreciate everything that CASA has done to support the community as well as their survivors. And we hope that maybe once we get back to normal, maybe people can seek help and work with your community, and hopefully we can have some more events where our employees and our supporters can get involved.
Absolutely. We would love to have everybody. And like I said, domestic violence didn't stop because COVID came. I want people to know that our services are still available for everybody that needs them.
Well, thank you so much, Janel. We would love to have you on the show again if you have a specific event. We'd love to help you promote it. And we appreciate the partnership over the years that the CARE team and Catalina Charitable Foundation has had with CASA.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Janel. So Andrea, you know what I forgot? I mean, that was it's such a difficult subject, and I know it hits home for a lot of people. But what I've totally forgot is how people can follow, share us to find more information.
Well, you should tell them how to do that.
I should, right? Yes. So remember in Sesame Street where they used to have they would go like this and you would talk to, that's what we should do. Anyway, so you can like us on Facebook. and it is Facebook at Care Catalina. Excuse the kind of we're trying to update it, so be patient with us, but that's where you can kind of find our CareCast as well as future events.
And on Twitter, CareCast
and on
Cat.
CareCast Cat. We need to have a new logo that has CareCast Cat for our Twitter thing. Is it handle? Is that the right term?
Handle. That's what they call it. The kids are calling it.
That's what the kids are calling it. YouTube. We have a YouTube channel that we're just using for distribution of our CareCast. And then if you're interested on coming on the show, if you have an organization that you're passionate about, you can email us at our Gmail at carecastcatalina@gmail.com.
Yeah, even employees of Catalina, you have something you're passionate about, you have an organization you're involved in. We want to feature our own employees as well, talking about the organizations they're involved in. So definitely get in touch with us.
For sure. We love to highlight our employees, and we like to highlight employees that are in Michigan and in front of fireplaces. It's always a good thing versus my little therapy office back here.
I feel highlighted. Thank you.
So thanks, everyone. Join us. We're going to have some new CareCast coming up. This is our third, and we're very happy to be here.
Yeah, I think we're going to be talking Pride, right? A little later. I think we've got one of our own employees coming in to talk about.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
we're going to be at the Pride. Yeah, we're going to be at the Pride Parade in St. Pete. So that's very exciting.
Yay.
Okay.
So next time, everybody.
Yep. Thanks, Andrea.
Thanks, Anna.